الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We congratulate all our brothers and sisters and all the Ummah of Islam by Eid al-Adha, so Eid Mubarak. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed this Ummah. So our Eids come after one of the pillars of Islam. Eid al-Fitr comes after one of the pillars of Islam, which is fasting, Ramadan. And Eid al-Adha comes after standing in the day of Arafah with Hajj. And this day, the day of 10th of the Hijjah, is the greatest day. Yawm al-Nahr, the day of sacrifice. We congratulate ourselves in our Ummah. This is the beginning of a very beautiful days. So what is the significance of Eid al-Adha? The first is thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for finishing one of the main pillars of Hajj, standing in Arafah. Also, it is a symbol of sacrifice. Remembering Ibrahim alayhi salam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking about Sayyidina Ibrahim in the Quran, Allah describes Ibrahim as an ummah, as a nation. Allah describes Ibrahim alayhi salam as the closest friend, Khalil. Allah described Ibrahim alayhi salam as Qanit, the greatest worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ibrahim alayhi salam, he loved Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Rabbi subhanahu wa ta'ala loved him. And he was tested, the greatest test, bala'un azim. The greatest test is the test of Ibrahim. And the purpose of life is all Allah to test us. Allah said in Surah Al-Mulk, الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ, the one that who created death and life in order to test you. Everything that we do is a test. He tests us by giving, and he tests us as well by taking away. So it is all a test. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, in his old age, Allah blessed him with Sayyidina Ismail. He loved Sayyidina Ismail, and he would not father a beautiful child. Rabbi tested Sayyidina Ibrahim again and again, but the most important part is when Sayyidina Ismail became that beautiful young support for his father. Rabbi tested him, and he says, he saw in his dream, Sayyidina Ibrahim, as if he was sacrificing his son. Here it comes the test of Iman. As Allah said, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسَ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يَفْتَنُونَ. Do people think they can claim Iman without being not tested? So the biggest and the greatest test of Ibrahim is, he saw in his dream as he was sacrificing his son. So the father, Sayyidina Ibrahim, comes to the son. He said to his son, إِنِّي أَرَى فِي الْمَنَامِ أَنِّي أَذْبَحُكَ. Oh my son, I saw in my dream as if I was sacrificing you. The son said to him, Sayyidina Ismail, Ya abati, dad, do what Allah asked you to do. And when Sayyidina Ibrahim fulfilled what he saw in his dream, and he took the knife to sacrifice his son, Rabbi subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him, قَدْ صَدَّقْتَ الرُّؤْيَا. You fulfilled your promise. You fulfilled your promise of Iman. How far you can go for Iman. It's all about sacrifice. And Rabbi rewarded him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and said, sacrifice an animal. So that is the symbol of it. It is the day of sacrifice. And in fact, everything that we do in our life is taking the meaning of sacrifice. We thank our parents, our teachers, all those who have sacrificed their time, their effort, everyone that who helped us. And the best way to thank is to do to others what you have enjoyed from the support that you got. So this is the day of Eid, day of enjoyment, day of sharing goodness, sharing food. And I urge all my brothers and my sisters to enjoy their udhiyah, and also to spread joy and happiness to all the family members, to their children, to their wives, to their neighbors, to the wider community. And also this Eid is different than Eid al-Adha, Ayam al-Tashriq. The following 3 days as well are part of the Eid. So we are not allowed to fast. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ayam al-Tashriq, Ayamu aklin wa shurbin wa dhikrillah. The days of Tashriq are the day of enjoyment. You enjoy eating and drinking with all that the khair that Allah has given us, and remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So part of the dhikr is also to make dua. And to make dua to all those who are suffering, the less fortunate ones, and to extend the hands of help, and to bring joy to happiness to people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this Eid the greatest day in our life. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala end on this Eid the suffering of all those who are suffering, especially our brothers and sisters in Palestine. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our hearts and our intentions. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us all in Jannat al-Firdaus with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Eid Mubarak.